"What did you do when you heard your daughter whisper, 'He touched me'?" My daughter Ella has selective mutism, so I was quite surprised when she told me she wanted to join the church choir. During the first week, I was so happy watching her sing without freezing up. But then a new youth pastor joined the church. He was put in charge of the choir and immediately banned parents from attending because we needed to trust the process and our presence would only distract the children. His name was James. He was young and full of charisma, so he made the congregation fall in love with him. So when he singled out Ella and called her his perfect angel, I was flattered. I even agreed to the one-on-one sessions he requested because he insisted they would make my daughter shine even brighter. A few days later, I noticed that Ella had stopped humming while at home. She would pull away and flinch if I tried to hug her, and I'd often catch her just staring at the floor. I asked if something was wrong, but Ella didn't say a word, and her selective mutism completely took over. As the one-on-one sessions with Pastor James grew longer, Ella started eating less and less. I kept asking her what was wrong, promising I'd listen, but she'd shake her head and remain silent. Then one night, as I was braiding her hair before bed, she grabbed my hand and said, "Mommy, he made me sit on his lap." I froze and asked her, "Who?" She replied, "Pastor James. He said I was his and kissed my cheek. He said he knew I had trouble speaking up, which is why I should have no problem keeping this to myself." I saw her body tighten up and realized that she was probably withholding details because she was scared. The next morning, I ran to the head pastor's office in anger and told him what Ella had said. I hoped he would take action immediately, but instead he looked at me with disappointment. "We all know how your daughter has trouble speaking in public, so she's most likely confused. Let's not ruin a good man's reputation over a misguided accusation." He rushed me out of the room after handing me a pamphlet on faith-based parenting. But I wasn't satisfied because I knew Ella would never lie about something like that. So I went to confront James directly after choir practice. He looked at me like I was insane and said, "I understand that as a single mother you are looking for attention, but please stay away from me." That was it. His comment pushed me over the edge and I decided to take matters into my own hands. I installed a nanny cam in my daughter's backpack and asked her to go to practice one last time. I told her to be brave, and she nodded like she understood exactly what I meant. I sat in the car across the street during rehearsal and watched it live on my phone. For the first half hour, nothing happened. But then I saw James kneel down right beside Ella during a prayer. He slid his hand along her leg and I nearly crushed my phone in my hand. He just smiled after my daughter's jaw tightened and stood up like nothing had happened. After practice ended, I waited for him at the side entrance, and as soon as he came out, I yelled, "She's just 14, you disgusting coward." He looked like he was about to say something, but I interrupted him by punching him right in the face. My knuckles hurt, but I felt satisfied watching him stumble back into the wall. A few people had heard the commotion and they rushed in to help. Pastor James turned to them and said, "Please help me. This woman has gone crazy." I didn't say anything and just raised my hand to show them my phone and the screenshot of him touching Ella's leg. Things escalated within seconds. Somebody kneed him right in the gut and he went down on the ground, after which everyone started stomping on him. I remembered his dirty smile and focused on his face, digging my heel into his mouth every time I brought my foot down. Still, we didn't go too far. He walked away limping and the other mothers hugged me to comfort me, but I told them I had something else to do. I pulled up our congregation's Facebook page and posted the video, along with the caption, "The head pastor told me this is standard behavior during choir practice." I went home to be with my daughter thinking my life was probably over, but the next day I got some very surprising news. The sheriff's daughter was in the choir with Ella, and when he saw the video, he flew into a rage. He had arrested both the head pastor and James and told the church that they will never be released from behind bars. As for Ella, I put her into therapy, and though it took a while, she did start humming again.